Hey, Curly, I'm not Wyatt Earp. I'm just his little brother, Morgan. You're not afraid of me. Get your deputies out of the way and we'll shoot it out, just you and me. All right? Just the two of us. Walk out, Curly. I'm coming out.
Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The life and legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brian.
Historians credit Wyatt Earp with more than 100 gunfights. Wyatt himself never kept count. Marshal Earp did not like gunfighting, and he avoided a showdown with .45s whenever he could. Thus, when his younger brother Morgan arrived in Dodge City, Wyatt was confronted with an emotional problem. Bat Masterson's brother Ed had been killed in a gunfight. Was young Morgan Earp to go the same way? Or how could Wyatt save his brother from the hoodlums of Dodge City? Especially when Morgan was a brave but hot-headed young buckaroo with romantic notions of becoming a deputy marshal.
No. That ain't Wyatt Earp.
Are you sure, Curly?
Wyatt don't dress that way.
Well, from here, that fella sure looks like Earp.
Wyatt didn't fall for our trick. We're gonna have to think of something smarter if we aim to bushwhack him. That's what we're gonna do. We have to stay here for a month.
Hey, you ain't Wyatt Earp. Oh, excuse me. We all make mistakes. No hard feelings, I hope.
I'll keep this until you're sober. Stay out of my way.
Hey!
Did you fire that shot, Mr. Miller?
We all make mistakes.
Howdy, Wyatt.
Morgan! Oh, for God's sake, it's good to see you.
Nice, friendly little town you got here.
Hey, Mr. Miller, that was my kid brother you were shooting at. You know that?
Sorry.
Now, you go turn yourself into jail.
Very definite mistake. Excuse me.
Don't go too hard on the man, Wyatt.
A drunk can kill you just as dead as a sober man, you know. Golly, Morgan, it's sure good to see you. Hey, how are the folks?
In good health, but a little provoked at me.
Oh, how's that?
Grandpa wanted me to read the law in Monmouth. Mom and Dad kind of expected me to settle in California.
Well, you're 21.
You never did lecture me, Wyatt. My favorite brother.
Come on, let's go up to my room where we can talk. Got the whole family to catch up on.
Wait till I get my gear.
Right.
I want Virgil to come to Dodge with me. But you know Virg. Want to make his pile and get rich. So he went off to the Black Hills. Claim a gold strike at Deadwood.
Oh?
Well, that's the family news. Except, we keep hearing talk about the famous Wyatt.
Well, I'm not famous, and I'm sure not rich.
Now, you get there. Wyatt, I kind of think I'd like to work for you.
Work for me?
I'm hitting you for a job as a deputy.
Uh-uh. No, sir. Not for me.
Why?
Because Mr. Masterson let his brother Ed talk him into a job like that. A couple of hoodlums killed Ed.
Yeah, but why?
There's no sense arguing. I'm not going to take the responsibility of having you hurt.
Nobody's going to hurt me.
Morgan, there are an awful lot of angles to this that I haven't got time to explain to you right now. If anything happened to you, Grandpa will really lay me out for it. Look, we'll talk about it at dinner, okay?
Whiskey.
Dr. Holliday.
Hello, Morgan. I haven't seen you since Texas.
That's right.
Deacon Earp would not approve of our association. Although by my bad example, I've turned hundreds away from strong drink.
Wyatt doesn't think much of me either.
What have you done?
I asked him for a job as a deputy. He thinks I might get hurt.
I'm looking for big-headed Wyatt Earp. Where'll I find him?
Better try the jail, mister.
Take it easy.
No. I'm Wyatt's brother.
Don't reach. Morgan, you stay out of this. On your feet. You're one of Curly's men. You tell Curly Brocious he can find Wyatt if he has the nerve to come into Dodge. Now move. You think you're immortal?
Why?
That was Johnny Ringgold. You don't hit him with your fist and then turn your back to get your gun from the rack. Besides, he wasn't out cold.
Look, I'm not as scared of him. I'll go shoot it out with him now.
Now, wait a minute. I want to talk to you, Morgan. In there. Well, if your heart's set on working for Wyatt, I can help you get the job. But I must warn you, it isn't much of a job.
What's wrong with it?
As the insurance folks say, the life expectancy is limited. You know, your brother's been marshal here a lot longer than any other man. Naturally, he's made a lot of enemies. Johnny Ringgold and Curly Brocious are two of them.
Doc, I just ain't scared.
You young fellas got a whisper in your ear that says, it won't be me, it couldn't be me. I used to hear that.
Here, Doc. Rest yourself.
And wait until the coffin has passed. Spell it C-O-F-F-I-N and you got a good pun. I don't argue with a young fella like you. I know you're dead bent to stay in Dodge and work as one of Wyatt's deputies and... All right, I'll talk to Wyatt for you. Now, you let me handle this.
Morg, for gosh sake, I heard you tangle with Johnny Ringgold and the
Sit down. Mop your fevered brow.
Now, look, Doctor,
Sure,
you
I know. It's a family matter.
Look, I didn't get hurt. I just popped Ringgold on the jaw, and Doc here covered me while I went to get my gun.
What if the doctor hadn't been there?
Shut up, both of you. Morgan wants to stay in Dodge, so I hired him on as one of my faro dealers. Any objection?
Yes, there is. No brother of mine deals faro in this town. You know that.
All right. You hire him.
Oh, the tight cinch, huh? Well, it's not going to work. If Morgan insists on staying here, I'll find him a job.
What kind of a job?
A good job, better than wearing a star.
Now, look, Wyatt.
I'm sorry, Doc. You tried. It's time to eat. I'll tell you about it then.
Yes, sir.
Well, what'd you find out?
Nothing good. He's got his kid brother with him, and Doc Holliday's riding close herd on both of them.
We can't get at Earp in Dodge. Best idea is to draw him out here. We'll hit the Abilene stage tomorrow. Leave a good trail under these rocks.
Wyatt, I'm not going to be any good at selling hardware.
Mayor Kelly wants you to take over the gun department.
Well,
Look, selling guns is a lot better than shooting them. Why don't you give it an honest try, Morg?
as you say, big brother.
One Earp in this town is plenty. I figure we can give the great marshal a lesson by knocking off his baby brother. He's got him stashed in the job at Kelly's Hardware. We can do it real quick, then blow.
Are you busy or just pretending?
I'm busy.
And you won't mind it if I take up your time with useless argument.
Morg likes his job fine.
He should be wearing a star. He's a mark for every drunken cowhand who doesn't like you and wants to take it out on him. You know, when a man wears one of those stars, a lot of gunslingers think twice before they get hostile.
I think twice anyway.
Nope. Jim Perkins and 4 of his boys from the Big T are laying for Morgan right now.
Where?
Kelly's Hardware. As soon as he gets back from lunch.
Al, put these papers back in the safe.
Huggins decided to take that new Winchester. Better lay it aside for him.
Right, Mr. Kelly. Who left the 6-gun?
Oh, that's mine. Well, thank you very much. I know you're going to enjoy that lamp a lot. Better keep that 6-gun handy, Morg. There's some loafers across the street. I don't know what they're up to.
Yes, sir.
Pete, Si, we'll go in. You boys keep an eye on the door. Howdy. Pete here needs a new coat.
That's what we sell.
Doc Morgan, they're from the Big T.
For Pete's sake, Wyatt, I might have hit you.
Morgan's quite a fella. He fanned my gun, and all 3 of them went down. Then he jerked his own gun and hit the only one who was still able to shoot.
These men ought to be toted over to Doc McCarty. You hit?
Not a scratch.
Well, it's a wonder you're not dead. Fanning a gun like that.
Wyatt, the boy got 4 men.
That's not the point. It's how he got it. Well, let's get out of here. Bring along those 2 guns you used.
You arresting me?
There's got to be a hearing.
Why, Marshal Earp, you must have lost your temper.
I didn't do it.
Morgan? Must have been fast shooting, son.
Don't praise him. He fanned 5 shots. Ruined Mayor Kelly's gun.
Hey, I'm your prisoner.
He knows you're not going to run away. Come with me, son.
Well, come on, fellas. Let's pick him up. Take him over to the dock.
What's wrong with Wyatt? He never used to be so touchy.
Old age?
Don't make sense. It's only 30.
Morgan, did it ever occur to you how risky it was to fan a gun against 3 men?
No, I didn't even think about it.
Suppose you stop one right here.
Why, Doc? Doesn't matter. Young, middle-aged, or old, the good Lord will take care of us. You believe that?
Yes, there was a time when I knew that. When I headed into my first gunfight, I said, "Forgive me, sir, for having to do this. But now I'm out of touch."
No, you're not.
Son, I'm bound for perdition. On a runaway Injun. Deacon Earp is trying to beg me off. The brakes are gone.
Ah. One honest prayer, Doc. You'll make it all right.
I like you for thinking so, Morgan. But let's get back to this deputy job.
Yeah?
Sheriff Masterson will give you one when he returns to town. He doesn't like me, but he'll give full credit to my recommend.
Thanks, but I'd rather...
Come on, Mort. I'm sorry I got riled up.
Forget it. Put on the cuffs.
Grow up, will you? Here. My gosh.
Well, don't put it on until after the hearing. Judge Tobin will probably exonerate you by then.
Thanks, Wyatt.
You thank Dr. Holliday. He's the fount of all wisdom. Don't you get too friendly with him, though. I wish I hadn't.
Throw your guns in the boot. Give him that money sack. Hurry it up.
Thanks for acting so nice, friends. Tell Wyatt Earp about this when you get to Dodge.
Hey, Curly! Darky!
Nice man, that Judge Tobin. I figured he'd want to call in a lot of witnesses and drag things out.
Mayor Kelly said enough.
Deputy Marshal Morgan Earp. Well, what's my first job?
Santa Fe Station.
You keep a deputy there?
Yeah, it's a break-in spot for cub deputies.
We foil train robbers, huh?
Yeah. Sit down, Morg. I got a few things I want to tell you.
Yes, sir. Fire away.
Well, to begin with, I hired you because the doc argued that a star would keep the drunken hoodlums from taking pot shots at you.
Yes, sir.
And don't feel so cocky.
Oh, why?
Now, listen to me. You were a fool for luck yesterday. The doc saved you from Johnny Ringgold, and the good Lord pulled you through that gun fanning routine down at the hardware store.
Guess he did.
And don't you ever forget it. And don't you push your luck any further. This is a rough town, Morgan.
Look, I'll stay alive. Quit worrying, will you?
All right. I guess you'll be safe enough down on the depot patrol. 1 week of that ought to convince you that a deputy's job is pretty dull, even in this town.
Hal?
Yes, sir.
Hello, Morgan.
Howdy.
Say, I was betting you were going to hire him. Welcome to our police force.
Thanks, Chief.
Save the congratulations. Morg's going to be guarding the Santa Fe station, so as my chief deputy, keep an eye on him, will you?
Yes, sir.
Thanks. Well, I'm going to go down and meet Sheriff Masterson at the corners. He sent word that Brocious and Ringgold outfit are camping in Fort County again. Unless we pick up a hot trail, I should be back in about 3 hours. And the answer is no. You're not going with me.
Mind reader.
Make allowances, kid. Anything happen to you, Wyatt's got the whole family on his neck.
Wyatt and Doc Holliday. 2 top gunfighters anywhere. And all they talk about is getting hurt.
It can happen, Morg.
Why, sure. Well, let's go.
Go? Go where?
Aren't you going to bodyguard me to the depot?
No, I wouldn't do that to you. I'm on your side, kid. I got a big brother.
You're all right, Chief. But let me tell you this. No little boys ought to try and steal a milk can from that depot. Because I'd die for dear old Santa Fe.
Deputy Hal! Here. Curly Bill held us up at Dorsey Rock. Where's Marshal Earp?
He started for the corners about half hour ago. Why?
Well, that's the opposite direction, 10 miles west, Hal.
All right, I'll send a man after Wyatt. Try and get a couple myself and pick up Curly's trail at the rock.
Good luck to you. Get him. Get him.
Morgan, get on your horse. Try and overtake Wyatt. Tell him Curly Brocious took the Abilene stage near Dorsey Rock.
Where are you going?
I'm on my way to the rock as soon as I can find a couple of deputies.
Let one of them go after him. I don't know that trail. I'll ride with you.
Morg, that gang probably lit out for bushwhacker, but we're liable to run into him. And you know Wyatt.
You're short on deputies. You want to leave me whittling on a depot platform? Come on.
Why? I'm banking a faro game. If you fellas don't want to play cards, I'll confiscate the money on the board.
Play it. Let's move.
Doc, Wyatt's deputy Hal took Morgan to trail the Brocious gang.
I'm not running the marshal's office. Where's Wyatt?
Well, he's gone off to the corners. Brocious and Ringo will bushwhack Morgan, that's what they'll do.
They can't hurt Morgan. He's still sprouting angel feathers. Get yourself a drink. I'll take over, Mac. Place your bets, gentlemen.
Hey, Wyatt. They hit the Abilene stage at Dorsey Rock. Hal's trailing them, and he took Morgan with him.
Morgan? They headed into the brush. We'd better wait here.
Wait? What for?
This could be an ambush.
Curly and Ringo don't scare me. You wait for Wyatt.
Ain't that Morgan Earp in the lead?
Yeah, that's right.
He's mine. I want him in a stand-up fight.
This could be a trap, Morgan. Sure is. Hey, Brocious!
Brocious! Down, Morgan, down! Come on out and make a fight! Fine! Just me and you. Fair enough. Show yourself. Thanks, Curly. This is the way I like it.
Come here, more. Ringo, don't be a fool. Here comes Wyatt. Get out of here. Come on.
I would have got him if my foot hadn't slipped. Real fancy, slapping off shots at 20 yards.
Why, sure. And look who got hurt.
Look, we'll hold a big debate back in Dodge. Now pick him up and let's get out of here.
Howdy, Mr. Earp.
Howdy, Doc.
They tell me your little brother downed Curly in a fair gunfight.
No, Curly stumbled.
Wyatt! Virgil hit gold in Dakota. What Virgil says there about me joining him, pay no attention to that. I wouldn't run out on you.
Morgan, you want to go?
I don't know.
You go on and dig gold.
Wyatt, it doesn't seem right to walk out on you.
You go on and wire Virgil that you're on your way. Go on.
Thanks, Wyatt.
Curly stumbled, you say?
Yeah.
Well, that's one way it could have happened. Or maybe Brocious found himself shooting at a bright light. Or maybe a voice whispered to Morgan saying, "Young man, you'll live forever."
You drunk?
We'd sure like to hear that whisper just once more, wouldn't we, Wyatt? But we're too darn deaf.
Yeah, Doc. I guess we are.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail, and none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold.